Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's Monday, the 15th of January, and I'm looking at Green Beret on the Amiga. Now, this is not an original game. This never appeared back in our heyday. For some reason it didn't. I'm not sure why. It appeared on the Spectrum, Amstrad and C64, I believe, but the Amiga never got a look in, which is such a shame. Until now. Well, 2022. This is when it was released, but it's taken me this long to get round to doing it, so I do apologise for the delay. But here we are, Green Beret in all its glory on the Amiga. Now, it's more akin to Russian Attack on the NES than the Green Beret that you remember from the arcades, but the difficulty level that came with the arcades is still quite prevalent here in the Amiga version. But damn, what a good job. What a good job. And this isn't even the latest iteration. I didn't even realise that there was a newer version, which actually includes an arcade option and a normal version for a difficulty level. Now, excuse me. Sorry, I'm playing this on WinUAE, just so you know, which is a great emulator. And I just pushed the wrong button and the on-screen keyboard appeared. But never mind. There we go. Anyway, it's good to know, isn't it? Anyway, now, I used to have this game on the Spectrum, and I loved it. Although it was rock hard, it was a bloody good game. And of course, back then, I didn't realise it was an arcade game, so there we are. But yeah, so you play this, the titular Green Beret, and the idea is to get to the end of each level, and then you go and rescue prisoners, which is great, if you can actually get there, because, like I said, the game is hard. It's extraordinarily difficult. It goes along sort of like Cobra. I mean, have you ever played Cobra? My God, that was ridiculous. Anyway, that's for another day and another review. But this is absolutely fabulous. I love this. It is pretty much as close to the arcade you're going to get anyway. Used the Scorpion engine, which is great because that's something that is being used a lot for modern day Amiga games, and it's really good. And I have no idea. Oh, there we go. So, oh no, I got shot. Poop. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the UI, because there's not a lot really to talk about there, and that's not a bad thing, because sometimes more is less, or less is more, so to speak. You have to excuse me if I suddenly come down with a coughing fit. It's because I'm developing something of a nasty cough, which is great, because both my kids have had it, and they passed it around, you know, caring is sharing and all that. Anyway, so we'll have a look at the, I've just changed the NES soundtrack. By the way, you can change between those, which is a great idea. We'll come back to that in a bit. So, top left, you have your player, their score, high score, which stage you're on, and underneath your 1-up, you have the amount of lives you've got. Now, you've got quite a generous amount of lives, but don't let that fool you, because you'll be chewing through those like nobody's business, which is, well, not a good thing, I suppose. Anyway, let's have a look. So, everything from the arcade is here. Which is nice. So you've got all the pickups. You've got the guys that run around and drop weapons for you, and just graphically, it's superb. And you know, on reflection, the Spectrum didn't do a bad job of this at all, which is also a good thing. Oh, it's just so easy to get killed because the behaviour of the on-screen enemies is just so, well. You don't know which way they're going. Sometimes they climb up, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll climb up and run the opposite direction. Sometimes they'll climb up and run towards you. It really keeps you on your toes, let's put it that way. So if you like a game with a challenge, you're going to absolutely love this one. Like I said, this was released on the Spectrum and the Amstrad, and I do believe the C64 had a version as well. So there we are. But the Amiga version is it's so nice to actually have a version of this available now. And Amiga's been kicking it big time over the last 12 months. Obviously, this has been since 2022, but it's still getting updates now, which is really, really good. So if you like your developers to be keeping on top of things, go and support them. I'll put a link in the description for you so you can go and actually have a look at this game. It is completely free, by the way. You don't have to pay for it, which is even better. So there you go. As I mentioned with the sound earlier on, you have two soundtracks you can choose from. You have the Amiga version, which is more akin to the arcade, and then you've got the NES soundtrack as well, which obviously from the NES, which is amazing really when you consider they've squeezed two soundtracks into this. It works on both ADF and HD, so you can stick this on your hard drive and play it to your heart's content. and it runs really nicely. I'm running this on an emulated Amiga hard drive as we speak, so it works really nicely, and it's emulated through the 1200 at the moment, so that works really nicely. So all of you A1200 owners know that you can run this very nicely on your A1200s. But yeah, soundtrack's lovely, the sound effects are nice, we've got a good array of sounds and lots of audio pleasures here, so you'll all enjoy this game. If you enjoyed the Green Beret on the original 8-bit hardware, you're going to absolutely love it on this. So, but you can see here, it's absolutely gorgeous, the animations are lovely, backgrounds are, you know, spot on, the levels are actually on point, and yeah, even those annoying little gits with the parachutes are here. There we go. I didn't get very far on the Spectrum versions because, like I said, the game was bloody hard, and it's still hard today, but there we go. It's a challenge, and we like challenges, don't we, folks? As long as they're not too bloody hard, then we're absolutely fine. So controls are easy, up, down, left, right, and then fire. Hold the fire button down for you to do your, if you've got a bazooka or if you've got an external weapon like the flamethrower, hold down the fire button and that will execute that for you. If you're a fan of multi-button joysticks, you'll be pleased to know that this actually does support 2 buttons. So you can either jump up with the up directional pad key, or you can press the second fire button and you will jump. So that's nice that that's been included as well. So is there anything really wrong with the game? No, not at all. What you see is what you get, and what you see is what you'll get on the arcades as well. And it was, like I said, ludicrously hard then. But this is quite nice. This is probably the first I ever got the Spectrum version as well. So let's see if we can get any further on this version. But I love it, I really do. And it's as close, like I say, it's as close to playing the arcade game as you get. Although I would say it's probably closer to Russian Attack on the NES than Green Beret. But you know what? It works. This is kind of the version we had on the Spectrum anyway. So for me, it's no different. For enthusiasts, though, you'll probably notice the differences. I like the end of... Oh, no way. I always die at the end of the levels. That's weird, isn't it? Okay, so I've now got only my knife, which is great. Oh, dogs. Oh, no, I'm going to kill dogs off. Why do I always feel bad when I've got to do that? I mean, they'd maul my face off normally, but there we go. But everything's here. It's absolutely brilliant, and I absolutely love it. So well done, Mr. Developer. You've earned my respect for this, and it's going to get a good score as well. So play. So it's playability level is absolutely on point. If you enjoy arcade games, this is about as good as arcade as you're going to get anyway. So you're going to enjoy this one. And it is very playable. There's not much here that's going to frustrate. It's just more on your timings than anything else. Trust me, the game's timings are absolutely perfect. It's yours that are going to count here, and observation as well. So don't ever let yourself lose your guard, because you will die horribly. Yeah, so that brings us on to replay. Of course, you're going to come back and play this again and again. It's difficult, and hopefully it will keep you going for a long, long time. And even if it doesn't, well, you know, you can show this off to your mates, because it's a damn good conversion. So there you go. Replay is definitely there. You definitely want to come back to this, pop some money. Even if you had the arcade machine, you'd be popping money in here just to have a replay. It's actually a really good game in general. It was just literally one of those games that has a reputation for being stupidly hard. So fill your boots. Go and get the latest version, because like I said, that does have the ability to knock the difficulty level down a touch. If you want the full experience that you're seeing here, select the arcade difficulty. There you go. So you can see there I'll have restart flags as well, restart points. They're like little glowy flags that you can see there. Not those are mines. But you'll see a straight up flag. It doesn't look like a flag, it just looks like a beacon or a light. Apparently that's been fixed in the latest version to look more like a flag. Why did he just jump off the ladder midway up? Weird behaviour. Anyway, never mind. So age rating, you know what, give it any age rating. There's not any gore or guts in this. The worst you get is the flamethrower when they turn into skeletons when you hit them, and it's such an annoying little guy in a parachute there, and it's a game over. Boo! But we'll start again, and we'll put the Amiga soundtrack on this time. But I love this game. It's great. Very, very, very well done. It's been on my list for a while actually, but never got round to actually playing it for the channel. So this is my first time playing it and reviewing at the same time. So there we are. Hope you've enjoyed it anyway. But yeah, age rating, give it to anybody to play. It's very simple to pick up and play. It is hard, but at the end of the day, you know, that's how we learn. So that's been Green Beret on the Amiga. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I will be back very soon with something new for you to check out. Hope your week's starting well anyway. And this is a good start to my week, because I'm hoping that it'll be a good start to yours. And, you know, retro games can't really go wrong unless they're utter poo, in which case you can go completely wrong. So I'm going to leave you now with a couple more minutes of gameplay, and I'll pump the sound up a little bit for you so you can check out the soundtrack while there's no commentary. So there you go. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this one. I've been Rich. This has been the Games Arcade Retro Edition on Monday, the 15th of January 2024. So thank you very much for joining me, and as always, you keep it retro, and yeah, it's bye for now. Ta-da!